Okay. Thank you so much. All right, well, it is 6 o'clock. It's time for us to start. This meeting is a meeting of the Board of Education in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business. It is not to be considered a public community meeting. There is, however, time for public participation during the meeting as indicated in agenda item 3. Anyone else, I think we have 3 already, anyone else who is interested in speaking during public participation, there are forms in the back to fill out and just bring them up at any time. Valerie, would you call the roll?
Yes, Mr. Dillon. Ms. Griffin. Here. Mr. Brett.
Here.
Mr. Skidmore.
Here.
Dr. Smith.
Here.
And Mr. Bowman. And Ms. Nicole.
Let's all stand together for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll go in the order that these were handed to me. Kelly, Murray?
Yes.
And maybe just kind of come up here where this speaker microphone can pick you up.
There's an
a
extension right there,
microphone
yeah.
All right.
Right, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, face us.
Okay, I'm Kelly Murray. I have 2 children that are within the district. The few concerns that were kind of brought to my attention in light of the new school year is I was wondering if there was any way of a recommendation that we do have a general open house for all of, our normal able-bodied children. However, those open houses in the past 2 years with the history of my special needs child has been chaos. And I know in general it's just kind of chaos no matter what, but I didn't know if moving forward, however many next school years, if there was something that we can set aside a specific time for them. Because I'm gonna assume I'm not the only parent that's kind of concerned with that, because there's plenty of special needs families out there. But my big concern is wanting to obviously get our feet going in the right direction to have a successful year for both him as well as my youngest, who they start striking preschool's in 3 weeks, I think. I have no idea what's going on with that. We had an IEP meeting intervention way back when preschool had kind of registered and started. However, I have heard nothing since. I have sent emails, tried to do notifications, left kind of in the dark with that. And then also the notifications, I'm aware that on the 15th, we're doing the mass, this is who we're hearing. Again, they start next week for my oldest. And I don't know why we're still, yet again, left in the dark. So the special education can kind of be on the forefront just a little bit, because they're our most vulnerable population that we have within the school, in my opinion. So as a parent, I just want him to succeed, and I have no idea what's going on. So I know that there's a lot going on with shifting of this school, preschool, schools in general. I do understand that that's super overwhelming. However, still left in the dark with a lot. And there's already a lot going on following us from last year. I don't want to have that type of year again. I want to try to have him be as happy and successful as possible, because that is my only goal with him. So if we could just start having a little bit better, communication to say, because I feel like it's not where it should be.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
Appreciate you shooting those. Eileen?
Hello. I am here on behalf of my nephew, Garrett Warner. He lost his mother at the end of the school year last year. We tried to find a place here in the Valley View School District, and we were unable to. Unfortunately, I'm not able to report anything in this area. We tried really hard to find something, but we found something in the West Carrollton School District. I spoke with the superintendent. Unfortunately, her hands are tied because of where we were moving and everything. I am submitting a request for him to be accepted as a tuition student and for you guys to pass a resolution to waive his tuition so that he can attend here every year. I've spoken to many of his teachers, his therapist, Rebecca Crouch, his counselor, Ashley Douglas, lots of the staff members here, including Bill Miller and Mr. McKee. I've got a letter from his therapist and from the coach, all stating that they agree it would be in his best interest to continue here, to not disrupt his education, just because he thrived here. He's a great student. Everyone loved him here, and he's not quite ready to move on yet. He's still grieving from his mother. He's benefiting from the counseling that he's getting here. He's seeing a therapist here. It's just, I really feel like it's too soon for him, with all of the other upheaval that's been going on in his life, for him to move to a new school district. And so I'm requesting that, though we are living outside of the district, that we be accepted as a tuition student and not be, because of I have custody of him now because of him, his mom passing here. In the custody papers, it does state that Valley View is responsible for the cost of his tuition. So you guys would be paying tuition in West Carrollton anyway. So I'm hoping that perhaps you guys could accept him here and then keep the tuition. That's what I'm hoping.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Are we able to see copies of those documents?
Yes, I have a copy of the tuition paper and the letters, so yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Or, I'm sorry, the custody papers and the letters from both of them.
That's perfect, yeah. if we could-
Yes.
Can we keep these for a moment, or?
Yes, that's copies, so you
Great,
can keep them.
We can keep them.
Yes.
Perfect, thank you so much.
Jean?
Didn't think I was gonna be speaking, anyway. I don't even know how to explain it. Ron Garrett is my cousin. He is the step-grandfather of Garrett Moore. It's a little confusing with the names, but anyhow. And I got involved with Garrett when his mom got sick. Well, his grandmother died last July. She died, his mom died in March. So I've kind of gotten involved with him being on the wrestling team. Ron lives west of Camden. He broke his hip this last winter. And with all the rain we had, I said, Ron, there's no sense in you coming from Camden to run Garrett to practice and that. I live on Farmersville Pike. I just run out there getting him whatever needs to be done. So, you know, we kind of chit-chat. Polite young man. I didn't get an eye roll from him, being 14, you know, and just, you know, thankful that I could kind of take him and whatever. The last thing he said to me a couple weeks ago was, if I have to live under the covered bridge to stay in Valley View School District, that's what I'll do. I'm telling you what tore my heart out. Because I know Irene and them did everything they could to find a place to rent. And we all know it's expensive to live in this school district. It's expensive. So, if I'm asking that you waiver whatever, if they don't have the funds, he doesn't have the funds. His mom was a chef, you know, that has no benefits whatsoever. So the child's more or less destitute, other than the Social Security he's getting and stuff, and he loves this school. When he was in Hamilton, he was more or less doing on loan because of the gunfire going off in their neighborhood. And, you know, drug paraphernalia outside on the sidewalks. So for him to come into Valley View and love it the first year, it's amazing. I'm just baffled and I'm thrilled for him, you know, but I hope that something can be arranged that, you know, the kid gets to stay here, because this is none of his doing that he's in this position, you know. Ron, except he would take him, but he's in a different school district, you know, and we're trying to follow the rules here, but it's getting a little tight. So you can do whatever it needs to be done, you know, I would totally appreciate it. Because like I said, he's a good kid. He's not your bullies, he's not, you know, he's a good kid. So, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I have a quick question for you. Do you live in this district?
Yes, I do.
And how are you related to him?
Ron is my first cousin.
Okay,
We grew up side by side on Oxford Road.
perfect, thank you.
Yeah, so I live right down over here on Farmersville Pike, actually, so, you know, but yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, before we move on to approval of the minutes, second, I think.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion that we go into executive session to discuss the student.
I will second that motion. Just for clarity, when would you like to go into executive session?
Now.
Oh, really? Okay, all right. I will second the motion. Any discussion?
I'd like to have Andrea present.
So just by way of discussion, so that everyone understands, there are certain things we can't talk about publicly. There are also certain things we can't go into executive session to talk about. This happens to be a student issue, so we can. Just the aim for us is to have a full understanding, make sure we have every piece of information that everybody else in the district has before we do anything at all. The second issue you should understand, just because the request was made, this has been looked into before whether or not we can waive tuition. Tuition is determined by a formula set by the state. We don't get to decide what it is, and we do not have the authority to waive it. And so I would not expect that to be any sort of outcome, but we need to take a moment and talk about this. I don't want people to necessarily have to wait here for that, but unfortunately, if we're going to try to take any action or not, the time to discuss it is at the front end of the meeting. And so, Valerie, we have any other discussion on that?
And just, I want to respect the student's privacy. This is important, you know, to maintain privacy for the student.
Do we have a motion second? Valerie, call the roll.
Yes, Ms. Griffith? Yes. Mr. Rudd?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yes.
All right, we're going to step out for a moment. We'll be back. For first student transportation services for 2025-2026 school year. I make a motion to approve that. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Is it, do we get any plan where the money would be going to?
Yeah, Valerie, you want to give a quick explanation of that?
Yes, that's our yellow bus service, as well as bridges. So the transportation for all our students daily, and CTC, and bridges. Thank you.
Yeah, so in terms of what we pay the first student, one, everybody needs to remember, we don't have our own buses. And so we don't own buses, which means we don't maintain buses, which means we don't purchase buses, which means we don't sell buses. And so that burden is off of us, and also the personnel burden is off of us relative to the bus garage, which if anyone's aware of the difficulties some districts are having hiring bus drivers, it's nice to not have that distraction. So under the circumstances, I think this is a fair deal. Valerie, call the roll.
Ms. Griffin,
Yes.
Mr. Rudd,
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore,
Yes.
and Dr. Smith.
Yes.
Roman numeral 7E, recommend the board approve the adoption of bus routes for the school year 2025-2026. Make a motion that we approve those put forth to us. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Valerie, call the roll.
Yes, Ms. Griffin,
Yes.
Mr. Rudd,
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore,
Yes.
Dr. Smith.
Yes.
Roman numeral 7F, recommend the board approve the lunch prices for 2025-2026 school year. Just FYI, there's no change from the 2024-2025 school year to the present if we approve these. I make a motion to approve those. We have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? One of the unsung areas of any school district is its food services. And they do an absolutely amazing job. And so we're grateful for them.
Real quick, just wanted to double check. I know last year we kind of put out ahead of time an application for families to be able to apply for free to reduce lunch. Did we do that again this year?
Yes, it's in the flyer for students for open house.
Excellent.
All right. We have a motion, a second. Valerie, call the roll.
Yes, Ms. Griffin,
Yes.
Mr. Rudd,
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore,
Yes.
and Dr. Smith.
Yes.
Finally, recommend the board approve the changes to the 2025-2026 school calendar with 2-hour delays being added once a month on the first Monday of each month except Labor Day, and that will be the first Tuesday of September. I make a motion that we approve that. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Valerie, can you speak to if this is part of the negotiations?
Yes, we're making this change because of the negotiated agreement that we reached with the BPTA, and it made permanent in our place.
We have a motion, a second. Valerie, call the roll.
Yes, Ms. Griffin,
Yes.
Mr. Rudd,
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore,
Yes.
and Dr. Smith.
Yes.
Roman numeral 8, superintendent's comments.
Thank you for joining us this evening. We appreciate your time and efforts to come out and join in our meeting. We do have our school open house on the 18th, and we are more than willing to work around those times for any child with special needs. I know our principals are much willing to help any family out that needs that assistance that may be overstimulated during the open house. We can work something out with those families, but all open houses are on the 18th. We encourage you to come out and see our buildings in action. Speaking of which, a lot of folks are in now, a lot of teachers, coaches. You probably saw students on fields before you came in tonight to the meeting, as well as our band and cheerleaders. So we're excited to have students out on the fields, working hard to get ready for the football season. We look forward to a great year again. If you need anything at all, feel free to contact me.
All right. Roman numeral 9, board member comments. Let's start with Chanel and work our way down.
Well, I'm looking forward to a successful year for the students and teachers. I hope everything and everyone has a smooth year going forward. Thank you for the donations, and that's really all I have.
Yeah, I don't have much, but it's always exciting to start a new school year, and it's really exciting that we get to start in the building this year instead of having to transition in the middle of the year. So hopefully things will go a lot smoother this year.
Yeah, just obviously this is a fun time of year. There's a lot of excitement. People are excited, teachers are excited, students are excited, administrators probably too. And you know, we have a great community. We have great people. We have absolutely wonderful kids. I pay attention to the student bodies when we go from one place to another, and the young people here are just amazing. That's not by chance. And we have good families. We have good upbringing. We have tremendous teachers, and we have a wonderful environment to raise your kids and to bring them to a school like this where they can get a great education. And we've got the right people in place. I'm very thankful for our superintendent and our staff that are highly committed to the academic excellence of this community. And so I'm excited. It's going to be a fun year.
And speaking of academic excellence, just very, very excited to see the improvements our district made with all of their state testing. And that does not go unnoticed. It's a kudos to the administration, the teachers, the students and the parents who are really supportive of their students and trying to get them here and making sure they're getting quality education. very excited about that. Really excited to see all the banners up in the gym and all of the, decals or whatever, all the logo stuff up. It just really brightens up this look. And the playground looks phenomenal. Super excited about that. And I know that we've been meeting, our safety team has been meeting to talk about various different upgrades. I don't want to steal Tyson's thunder, but we're always looking at safety, number one, making sure this district, this school building and the surrounding area is safe. And so there's always ongoing talks about how we can make it even better. So just so you know, we're still out there, still actively working to make sure this district is safe. So.
All right, thanks. I make a motion we adjourn. Do we have a second? Any discussion? Valerie, would you call the roll?
Yes, Ms. Griffin?
Yes.
Mr. Rudd?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yeah.
Adjourn. Thank you, everybody.